Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am doing a video for my Alliance and Marvel Contest of Champions of helping them with the Alliance Quest. So I'm going to do a series of videos on this to really help beginners figure out this game because there's so much to it. But for this video, I don't want to overwhelm anyone. So I just want to show people Alliance Quest. So an Alliance Quest is an Alliance event. It's right here. And Alliance Quests are probably some of the most sought after Alliance events because you can earn Tier 4 catalysts, Tier 4 class catalysts, Tier 2 alpha catalysts, things that people in the higher tiers really need. They also give you rewards. They give you gold and battle chips, map crystals, things that you're going to need along the way. And so I'm just going to show you guys the basis of how this works. So Alliance Quests are a tiered event, and you're competing against other alliances. It's about who can score the highest number of points. They get assigned certain tiers, and certain tiers get certain rewards. If we take a look at this, that's the top, and we will more than likely rank way at the bottom because we are just rebuilding this alliance. And let's go down here. We'll probably rank somewhere here or here. And this will even be really big for the players that are in my alliance who are just starting their new accounts. And so that gives you an idea of why people are rushing through Alliance Quest trying to compete this. It's also based on prestige. So prestige is the number given to each player and averaged out among how many players are in your alliance. So in my alliance, I have a lot of lower ranked players, which is why the prestige is really low. My prestige is probably between 6,000 and 7,000. But I have so many lower tiered players that prestige is balancing out. So it's really easy for me, but it is difficult for them. And so that's basically how it works. And right here, it does tell you the map rewards. If you fully explore that map, you do get these rewards right here. It's just map 2. It's pretty basic. Nothing all that much for me. But for some players, it is really important to get these kind of rewards. And I'm sorry, I was looking at map 1. And there's map 2. And as you can see, as you move up the map, what kind of rewards you start to get. And they do increase, and then the maps eventually cost the Alliance a certain amount of currency, which is why Alliance donations are needed to run certain maps for the Alliance Quest. But at map 2, we don't have to worry about donations yet. Alright, so we have 8 people in. And this is, like I said, it's going to be really basic. So, of course, me, Star Hunter, I'm in there, and we have moved up through here. And so I just want to go over the basics of an Alliance Quest of how you decide which path you're going to go down. Well, you definitely want to take a look at who you have in your party and the champions you're going to be facing, because you want to have that class advantage as much as possible. But you also want to read the notes. These notes aren't that difficult because it is map 2. But if you look at Magneto, he has a little symbol there. That tells me he's sitting on a node. And his node is, there's an incoming node as Mystic Ascendancy level 1. Mystic champions receive plus 20% base attack. Additionally, adjacency in the class wheel grants science champions plus 10% base attack. So if you bring a Mystic or Science champion into that fight, you're going to have an increased attack. And the local node is a plus 25% attack and health. And so, like I said, very basic. Now you're seeing a lot of lines here. Those lines are linked nodes. And let's see here. Let's say you're going to fight this Magneto. What you want to do is you want to wait until your partner has taken out this Howard node and this Captain America World War II node, because they are boosting up Magneto. Because when you click on him and you take a look at the incoming nodes, they are boosting his health 200%. I'm sorry, 100% to health and 100% to attack. And so when your teammates take or defeat those champions, those nodes go away and basically make Magneto a lot easier to fight, because his rating is going to drop significantly because he is no longer going to be boosted by those nodes. You know, if we take a look at, let's see what's going on with Black Panther here. He has 50% power gain, so he's going to be pretty difficult if you don't have a power gain champion. He's also sending out a node to Carnage, and he's giving Carnage defender's attacks have a 10% chance to trigger Fury buff for 8 seconds. Or I'm sorry, that was the outgoing. The incoming is a power gain. So what you want to do is you want to click this little triangle here, and before you decide to take which path you need to go down, really take a look at the link nodes, your class advantage. Possibly you're just gonna, you know, Uber your teammates to other nodes. And this is one thing I was telling Mina, one of my group members, is because he wasn't aware of what I was referring to. So let's take a look at Jin. And Jin moves a lot. I just got to show you guys this. He's got such a sick account. Oh, he didn't bring it. He just got a 6-star Namor. But Jin has like an 850k profile. I've been friends with him for quite some time. Really, really sweet guy. But he is stuck on this node. Now he's probably out of energy. And as you can see up here, there's the energy. I have 1 out of 5, so I have 1 energy point. And I'm not going to regenerate another energy for 44 minutes, which means after I move 1 space, I can't move again. And so what I was telling Mina, who I believe, oh, that's Ace. Ace is down there. Mina must have moved up. So what you want to do is you just want to follow Jin's path and move him up to the next node. Because if you move up here, and you don't need to fight it, but as long as you just move up there, he can now move up there for free to the next champion. Once he defeats that champion, then you move again and keep Ubering him up is kind of what we refer to it. And that really comes into play up here. You find a partner, you're like, you know, I can't defeat any of these champions, but I can definitely get you there. And Mina, that's what I was referring to, is you really want to take a look and see who you can partner up with, and definitely help them move through the path. And while we're at it, I'll just do a quick fight here. This Ultron bot, they're so simple, especially against my champions. They're really weak. But one thing I just want to show you here is you definitely want to read the description. You can click on this ability eye and pull up a full description of the opponent to find out what are their abilities. You know, the Ultron bot, he has advanced robotics, so he has full immunity to bleed and poison. Luckily with Elektra, if she can't bleed you, she'll armor break you. Critical hits lacerate opponents with 100% chance, inflicting 431.5 bleed damage over 7 seconds. Special attacks removes all instances of bleed on the target, increasing attack by 431.5 for each bleed removed for the duration of the attack. And so it's going to be very simple. And you also will see a timer here. It will time you out. The fight is also timed. If you time out and you haven't defeated your opponent, you are going to need to go back into the fight with half as much health. You will lose health. If you crash the app while you're in the fight, you will come back with half as much health and that champion full power. So that is, you know, definitely one thing. If you're playing this at home, connect to your Wi-Fi, because if you get a phone call, it's going to break that connection and you're going to get kicked off. So that's another thing to keep in mind. That is for Alliance War as well. So always, and you see this folded piece of paper right here. You can click on that to pull out that menu, and you can take a look. And you can take a look at the little armor shield there and at who's in the event here. And so even if you're totally knocked out, you can still use your energy and help your teammates move up. And also, these events are timed. There's only 8.5 hours left in our event, and we need to start clearing out this third tier, this third section. So hopefully this helps with understanding Alliance quests a little bit more. It's a great event. Trust me, as we move up in maps, the rewards are definitely going to get so much easier. Or not easier, so much better. They're definitely going to get more difficult. But if you have any questions about the Alliance quest that I haven't covered, definitely comment down below in the video, and I can definitely address any questions you might have and possibly make additional videos. I'm hoping I'm covering everything well. One thing here is I selected to only have one map. You can have up to 3 maps, 10 people in each map. There's 30 people in Alliance, but right now we just have the 10. If you don't complete a map, you lose prestige. So the next day, the map is easier, but you earn less points. So that is another tactic a lot of alliances do, is they only open up a certain amount of maps because they don't want to lose prestige from day to day. These maps traditionally get harder and harder from day 1 to day 5. These run for 5 days. And when they're not running, they are completely closed and you cannot get back into them. So it is probably one of my favorite things that I have a love-hate relationship with in this game. And at this level, not so much. But when you are investing in Alliance quests with gold, with battle chips, with loyalty, and you guys can't complete because somebody didn't move along their path and take down a link node, that's where a lot of yelling starts to happen in alliances. And so we're definitely, just approaching this as very, very laissez-faire, very laid back. Hopefully we can definitely maintain that. We are waiting for our war to start. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. You need to bring that war rating up because that's definitely going to help us with recruiting. And that's a whole different beast in itself. I will definitely get into that in another video, but thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.